The Kākāpō, Maori, Kākāpō place, Kākāpō, Strigops habroptila, also known as the owl parrot, is a species of large, nocturnal, ground-dwelling parrots of the superfamily Strigopoidea. The bird is endemic to New Zealand. 5. Kākāpō can be up to 64 centimeters, 25 in, long. They have a combination of unique traits among parrots. Finely blotched yellow-green plumage, a distinct facial disc, owl-style forward-facing eyes with surrounding discs of specially textured feathers, a large gray beak, short legs, large blue feet, relatively short wings and a short tail. It is the world's only flightless parrot, the world's heaviest parrot, and also is nocturnal, herbivorous. Visibly, it is the only parrot to have a polygynous lek breeding system. It is also possibly one of the world's longest living birds, with a reported lifespan of up to 100 years. Adult males weigh around 1.5 to 3 kilograms, 3.3 to 6.6 pounds. The equivalent figure for females is 0.950 to 1.6 kilograms, 2.09 to 3.53 pounds. The anatomy of the Kākāpō typifies the tendency of bird evolution on oceanic islands. With few predators and abundant food, Kākāpō exhibit island syndrome development, having a generally robust torso physique at the expense of flight abilities, resulting in reduced shoulder and wing muscles, along with a diminished keel on the sternum. Like many other New Zealand bird species, the Kākāpō was historically important to Maori, the indigenous people of New Zealand. It appears in Maori mythology. Heavily hunted in the past, it was used by the Maori both for its meat and for its feathers. The Kākāpō is critically endangered. The total known population of living individuals is 248 as of 2023. Known individuals are named, tagged and confined to 4 small New Zealand islands, all of which are clear of predators. However, in 2023, a reintroduction to mainland New Zealand, Manga Tautari, was accomplished. Introduced mammalian predators, such as cats, rats, ferrets, and stoats almost wiped out the Kākāpō. All conservation efforts were unsuccessful until the Kākāpō recovery program began in 1995. Females are easily distinguished from males as they have a narrower and less domed head, narrower and proportionally longer beak, smaller cere and nostrils, more slender and pinkish-gray legs and feet, and proportionally longer tail. While their plumage color is not very different from that of the male, the toning is more subtle, with less yellow and mottling. Nesting females also have a brood patch of bare skin on the belly. The Kākāpō's altricial young are first covered with grayish-white down, through which their pink skin can be easily seen. They become fully feathered at approximately 70 days old. Juvenile individuals tend to have duller green coloration, more uniform black barring, and less yellow present in their feathers. They are additionally distinguishable because of their shorter tails, wings, and beaks. At this stage, they have a ring of short feathers surrounding their irises that resembles eyelashes. Like many other parrots, Kākāpō have a variety of calls. As well as the booms, see below for a recording, and chings of their mating calls, they will often loudly squirk. The Kākāpō has a well-developed sense of smell, which complements its nocturnal lifestyle. It can distinguish between odors while foraging, a behavior reported in only one other parrot species. The Kākāpō has a large olfactory bulb ratio, longest diameter of the olfactory bulb, longest diameter of the brain, indicating that it does, indeed, have a more developed sense of smell than other parrots. One of the most striking characteristics of the Kākāpō is its distinct musty sweet odor. The smell often alerts predators to the presence of Kākāpō. As a nocturnal species, the Kākāpō has adapted its senses to living in darkness. Its optic tectum, nucleus rotundus, and antipallium are smaller in relation to its overall brain size than those of diurnal parrots. Its retina shares some qualities with that of other nocturnal birds but also has some qualities typical of diurnal birds, lending to best function around twilight. These modifications allow the Kākāpō to have enhanced light sensitivity but with poor visual acuity. Before the arrival of humans, the Kākāpō was distributed throughout both main islands of New Zealand. Although it may have inhabited Stewart Island, Rikura before human arrival, it has so far not been found in the extensive fossil collections from there. 38. Kākāpō lived in a variety of habitats, including tussocklands, scrublands and coastal areas. It also inhabited forests dominated by podocarps, rimu, matai, kahikatea, totara, beaches, tawa, and rata. In fiordland, areas of avalanche and slip debris with regenerating and heavily fruiting vegetation, such as five-finger, wineberry, bush lawyer, tutu, hebes, and coprosmas, became known as Kākāpō Gardens. 39. The Kākāpō is considered to be a habitat generalist. 6. Though they are now confined to islands free of predation, they were once able to live in nearly any climate present on the islands of New Zealand. They survived dry, hot summers on the North Island as well as cold winter temperatures in the subalpine areas of fiordland. Kākāpō seem to have preferred broadleaf or mountain beech and Hall's totara forest with mild winters and high rainfall. But the species was not exclusively forest-dwelling. 40. All Kākāpō that were transferred to predator-free islands in the last decades have adapted well to any changes in environment and food plants. Though the Kākāpō cannot fly, it is an excellent climber, ascending to the crowns of the tallest trees. It can also parachute, descending by leaping and spreading its wings. In this way it may travel a few meters at an angle of less than 45 degrees. With only 3.3% of its mass made up of pectoral muscle, it is no surprise that the Kākāpō cannot use its wings to lift its heavy body off the ground. Because of its flightlessness, it has very low metabolic demands in comparison to flighted birds. It is able to survive easily on very little or on very low-quality food sources. Unlike most other bird species, the Kākāpō is entirely herbivorous, feeding on fruits, seeds, leaves, stems, and rhizomes. When foraging, Kākāpō tend to leave crescent-shaped wads of fiber in the vegetation behind them, called browse signs. Having lost the ability to fly, it has developed strong legs. Locomotion is often by way of a rapid, jog-like gait by which it can move several kilometers. A female has been